On April 16th, theloopny.com, a valued resource of current events in Lower Westchester, published a response email from Village of Mamaroneck trustee Andre Bermudez to LMC TV founder Sonny Goldberg. She wrote to several members of the community, including village and state officials, addressing the Playhouse Theater's impending closure.
I was here on Saturday passing out flyers to save the Delancey Cooper House with my friend Carol Aiken, and got some terribly disturbing news. A guy walked by the table and said, "Do you know when you're talking about historic stuff that they're tearing down the Mamaroneck Playhouse?" I was shocked and so taken aback that I didn't know what to say. So I did some research and found out indeed that was true.
The Local Live was already investigating the Playhouse not renewing the lease of two store owners that rented space in the theater. Len Captain, owner of Sarlin's Optician, one of the two businesses affected, tells his side of the story.
After 32 years, I've been informed that they will no longer renew the lease. I think they have plans to do something with the building. I don't know what, but they just won't renew the lease.
We contacted Kathy Guadagnolo, secretary of the Village Planning Board, and she stated that her office didn't have any records concerning the matter. We went looking for answers at the village offices. Village planner Bob Galvin pointed us in the right direction to village manager Richard Slingerland. He confirmed in an email the closing of the Playhouse Theater due to financial sustainability. Local Live producer Sheyla Navarro contacted Bowtie partners Ben and Charles B. Moss Jr., but they did not reply to our phone calls.
Your call has been answered via IP office.
Ben Moss.
We're just trying to get a short statement from Bowtie partners to confirm and inform the community about the closing of their movie theater.
Likewise, Chief Operations Officer of Bowtie New York, Joe Masher, also did not reply to our inquiries.
What upset me was that there was apparently no notice, no publicity, no informing the residents of Mamaroneck that this was going to happen. And here is this iconic playhouse that has had such a wonderful history to it, and none of us had an input into stopping it from turning into condos.
Mayor Norman Rosenblum said to the Local Live that he was contacted by Bowtie partners a few months ago about the idea of turning the Mamaroneck Playhouse into a boutique theater. Surprisingly, less than a week ago, he received the news that the Playhouse will be closing.
The 17th will be the last day, and their plans are, as they told us, to keep this facade out here and the entrance, but they will be planning to knock down the building and putting up a certain number of apartments. I don't know if they will be condos or they'll be rentals, but in any case, of course, they would have to go through all the land use board.
Village residents react to this sudden news.
We don't have a lot of movie theaters around Larchmont, and if I was to pick my favorite movie theater, it would probably be this one because everybody here is so nice.
I was deeply saddened to hear the news that Bowtie Cinemas would be turning this building into condos, of all things, and taking away from the culture and life that's on this avenue.
Our history is so great and so long and so detailed, and for Bowtie not to have recognized it and at least had a conversation with some of us is really a shame, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen.
Again, that remains to be seen. It has nothing to do with the Village Board of Trustees, unfortunately. It has to do with the land use boards. So until then, if you are interested, perhaps you can pressure people, get together, and maybe contact Bowtie Cinema and ask them if they would be interested. Since it's not an economically viable movie theater, perhaps they'd like to sell it to a not-for-profit corporation and we can keep it. If not, we can only wish for the best.
This Thursday, April 17th, will mark the 89-year-old Playhouse Theater's last day open. Only time will tell how losing this historic landmark will affect the village of Mamaroneck. For the Local Live, I'm Don Julien.